husband died 2.5 years ago, very suddenly. It was his business and he'd run it for around 20 years, although not quite in the format that we do it today. And when he died, the business was left to myself and my 3 stepchildren. And because I'd done the books for several years and knew a little bit about the business, we decided with their total support that I would have a go at running it. And we'd see how it went. Really, for 12 months, we thought, we'll just see if it can be done. So I gave up my job at Wellington School, where I'd been registrar for 16 years. I was more or less 60 years old, which is not normally the age that you start a new career. And I took on the running of the business. We have changed it quite a lot because my husband was an engineer and he concentrated on building clean rooms, which are particle-free environments. And the textile side of the business, which is what we do now, was really an add-on. And it was developed to run alongside the engineering side. He didn't particularly enjoy the textile side of the business. He liked the engineering challenges. But we've realised that the success of the business is obviously in the textile side. None of us can possibly cover the engineering side because we haven't got the necessarily knowledge. So we've stopped the engineering side altogether and we just bring in textiles from China, store them here in our warehouse and sell them. I took on the business in May 2012. About 3 weeks after he died, although I didn't leave my job at Wellington School for another 9 months. I tried to do the 2, but it wasn't possible, and in the end one had to go, and I chose to carry on here. We actually moved into the current warehouse 1 week after his funeral because the move had already been arranged, and so we moved into these offices in the warehouse very, very shortly after he died. When I took on the business, I didn't really know very much about it other than the books. That was all I knew, so I relied hugely on Jackie and Linda, and also Clive, who used to work for us and had retired and then very kindly said he would come back when Alan died. So they basically ran the business, and all I did was try to get to grips with how the business ran, the accounting system, everything, really, absolutely everything. My husband did have fantastic ideas, there's no doubt about it, but it was very obvious right from the start that this was a thriving business. You know, goods were coming in and going out and orders were coming in, and we've got regular customer base that was growing, and it became very obvious that this was a business that really did have huge potential. I think we now use technology in a much more logical way than perhaps we used before. Sage obviously is the backbone to the business. That's the whole way that the whole company runs, is via Sage and what Sage can do for us. But through Sally, who does our marketing, we've also updated our profile in many ways. We have Twitter, we have Facebook. We also have a sophisticated e-commerce platform for our goods where people order online, everything is there, goods go out the following day. It is a very good e-commerce site, it's excellent and it works very, very well. We manage part of it ourselves so we can update it. We are currently considering using an SEO specialist and possibly running an AdWords campaign, because we are so aware of the importance of SEO and the fact that our site has to be on page 1 of Google. It is imperative, it's probably the most important thing about the business. I think with technology, it takes a certain amount of time to get it working for our benefit the best way. So it takes a lot of time to input all the data, all the email addresses. It's a big exercise, but we have done it. Once it's been done and it's up and running, it's absolutely super. And I think technology in that way has helped us a lot, although it's very difficult to quantify quite how much it's helped in terms of profitability and sales. It's like marketing generally. is very difficult to quantify. But I think through Sally's leadership and the work that Jackie and Linda have put in, that we have definitely increased our profile to our customers. And I think we have become far more professional in the way that we appear to our customers, and I think that's very important. What I love about digital is that it makes life easier in so many ways. It makes business much easier, it makes things faster, more efficient. It makes communication between all over the world, between our supplier in China and our customers maybe in Europe. It makes it so quick. I don't know how, in this day and age, you can manage without it.